Hi, Eric Harless, Head Backup Nerd with Enable, and I'm here to announce the 24.7 release of Cove Data Protection. In this release, we include several important updates and improvements to Microsoft 365 Backup and our Cove Continuity offering. Let's start with Cove Continuity first. We introduced an update to our standby image to ESXi functionality so that we now fully support vSphere high availability clusters. Now, a VMware vSphere high availability cluster is when your ESX hosts are grouped together to work to ensure availability of virtual machines, failing over from one cluster node to another. In this configuration, with our update to standby image, the recovered standby images can now be moved across hosts and storage in the cluster. For example, if a host goes down or has reached its resource utilization threshold. Additionally, we've retrained our AI-based or machine learning-based models to improve boot detection accuracy for several types of screens that were previously identified as a false positive or a false negative result. For example, that could be a Windows Auto login screen, a Windows Getting Device Ready screen, the Microsoft Hyper-V login screen, a blue screen of death, a completely black screen, or a boot manager screen. Additionally, we've addressed several issues around specific customer environments. We saw an issue where standby image verification tabs did not always display the Windows event log information on them, so we've worked to address that. Additionally, standby image to Azure and standby image to ESXi. In those environments, we fixed a failed boot issue where we were seeing an error. Specifically, the application or operating system could not be loaded because a required file is missing or contains an error in the Windows winload.efi file. Standby image to Azure, we introduced a fix there by implementing a full scan recovery after a failed boot to fix the standby copy. Finally, in all of the recovery plans, we fixed an error around failing to initialize virtual disk file. When it failed to get volume information, the error would report as the parameter is incorrect. Finally, for our Swiss partners specifically, we are now performing recovery testing in the German region by default to ensure data sovereignty requirements are met for that region. On the Microsoft 365 front, we have made several enhancements with this release to improve Microsoft 365 billing. We started with improvements to the M365 dashboard to more clearly display the current number of billable users. We've introduced a change so that non-licensed Teams owners are now excluded from billing. We introduced a summary step on the Add Device wizard so that you could see exactly how many Teams billable users would exist when turning that functionality on. And last but not least, we improved the error messaging around M365 so that when we were able to restore content or broken links inside of Microsoft Teams, we could identify whether it was a Cove error or on the Microsoft side. Please check back with us next month for our 24.8 release and or join me on upcoming boot camps or office hours. Thanks and have a great day.